Hey guys, I'm back. We've got Barrel and Blade just arrived. Well, I say just, but, you know. Sometime this morning, it's late at night. But, theoretically, you have no idea of knowing that unless I just told you that. But anyway, so Barrel and Blade, it's kind of a heavier box. So I'm excited to see what we've got going on. First box of the month. Let's take a look. So I see a pointy stabby over there. What is this, a bag? And what do we got? Harpoon. Not sure what that is. What's going on? Where's our card? Here's a card. Operation Primitive Hunting. Oh, is this a camo compact? I have not seen one of these. Oh, wow. I haven't seen one of these since longer than Ben Kenobi's been heard the name Obi-Wan. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's check all this stuff out. Interesting. Now, I have said this a number of times on the channel. I'm not a hunter. It's just, no moral judgment. I love eating meat. It's not a moral judgment against anybody who does or one of those things. It's never come up. I've never really had the opportunity to do it. So I'm kind of at a loss looking at hunting equipment. This is one, honestly, quite frankly, Video Addict would do a much better job looking at some of this stuff than I'm going to, but I'm going to give my base opinions on it. But, well, let's get through this, and then I have an idea as to how we can review this stuff and take a look at it. Just looking at some of the items here. I mean, I should probably go through it before I make judgments on my own ability to rate this stuff. But so we've got level 2 right here. Well, let's take a look at what we have in the box. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items right there. We will get everything sorted out, and then the way I like to look at Barrel and Blade, that I always do it, is I like to go in order of the least value item to the highest value item. Yeah, of course I don't have my glasses on, so we'll read small print on a card the best we can, and you guys can laugh at the hilarity as I mispronounce stuff and everything. But some of the stuff looks interesting. I don't have any idea what some of the stuff is. Some of the stuff I haven't, wow. Like this guy, I haven't, this is awesome. I have not seen, like I said, I haven't, it even had, wow, it has an NSN number, which means this is one of the ones that, in the military, wow. NSN, sorry, means National Stock Number, which means this can be ordered like, in a military unit with unit funds. Sorry, we're just going to start with this one. It's face camo. And we used to, like, way back, way back, when I was a young, dumb private, back in the Army days. It's camo make. I just haven't seen one of these in so long. Holy cow. Alright, sorry. I'm just nostalgia right there. There was those, and then there were these sticks. Looked like a big chapstick kind of thing. And you'd have 2 colors on it, one on each end, for putting on face cami. So let's start with the first item we're going to look at on this card is True Spect Paracord for $5. And you can never have too much Paracord, 550 cord, parachute cord, all the same thing. How much do we have here? 50 feet. 50 feet of 550 cord for $5. It's about average price. Black goes with the color on this little guy right here. Goes with the color of whatever's in here. Hey, there's nothing revolutionary about 550 cord, but damn if it doesn't come in handy all the time. So 550 cord is always going to be a like it item for me because, well, how often do I have to use 550 cord doing knife tests and everything else? But 550 cord is just a useful all-around item to have, so we'll put it in the like it pile right off the bat because it's 550 cord. Next, the Bobby Wiener camo face paint. Bobby Wiener. I don't know if that, you guys who hunt, is that a big name in hunting? I'm not sure. So this stuff is really just, it's taken me back. I know I've said it a bunch of times. So this is just an interesting sticker. It's just a silver sticker. The old issued ones used to have a little mirror in there. I thought this is just like a coating on the mirror, but okay. So it's camo face paint. And this is the Woodland one, and its colors representative of the old Woodland BDU. So you've got green, tan, brown, and black. And, let's see. Oh, this is a lot nicer than the old ones, though. You used to have to really wet it, like we'd use a little bit of baby oil or something. And yeah, that would make it shiny, which was not that good, but it would dry. It was very smooth. Interesting. They had face wipes just for taking this off. Use baby wipes or whatever. Very interesting. Now, this stuff had more of an opaque finish than the camo sticks. And then you could, if you were like really a high-speed weirdo, you could go buy these tubes of camo cream that were much easier to apply and were much darker consistency. And that's how you made yourself known as like, I'm the guy that really cares how cammyed up my face is. Which also usually equaled a new guy. I don't know how important it is when hunting animals to have your face camouflaged. So this is, like I always say, I'm just judging these items based on what I think of them, but I'm relying on you guys that actually get out there in the woods and hunt to tell me, do you really like, camouflage your face up and everything for hunting animals? Please fill me in. How necessary is that to help in the process? Or is this just a nifty hoo-ah type item? I'm not gonna, now that I think about it, I really can't put these in like it, don't like it items related to the actual hunting, again, because I'm not gonna be a pompous ass and be like, well, I don't hunt, but I'll tell you how good these things are. I'm just gonna tell you what I think of the items. I'm relying on people that have better knowledge than me to comment and say, yeah, this is going to be helpful on the hunt or not. That's why I'm saying Video Addict. He is well, hunt Peter Kitty Cat. How about that? Video Addict is an avid hunter, and he has a lot more experience in this realm. So rather than just saying the item's good or bad, he'll tell you if it's actually useful. He probably knows the brands a lot better than I do as well. So I'm pretty sure he unboxes Barrel and Blade, and he can give you more insight than I can. Above, this is a good quality, this is not a good quality. But so we've got that guy right there. Moving up from there, with an MSRP of $12, the Smith Pack Pal Sharpener and Fire Starter. Smith's, I've mentioned a few times, I really like Smith's products. They make good sharpening gear. They make some good outdoor gear too. Some of their stuff is kind of cheesy, but for the most part, it's pretty good stuff. So we've got one Carbide fixed angle sharpener here, carabiner clip to keep it, wherever. This is, I'm not a fan of these, and I've said it over and over, and you guys know why. And if you don't know why, it's on my sharpening videos that I have. It's a very thin ferro rod, but at least it's in there pretty well. This is something I'm inclined to put it in the meh pile because it's good to have. I mean, I wouldn't throw it away or anything. It's just, for me, I don't like to sharpen my knives with one of these. And it is a little tiny ferro rod. But also, in lack of other bigger, tougher type gear, it's, better than nothing. It's not the first choice that I would use, but, I get a lot of people who don't have and it's true, a lot of people don't have the whetstone kind of skills. This will work out. It's just, when I say that this is dangerous for your knife, it's dangerous for the guys who think that you've got to be super aggressive and like plow your knife through there. That's how it's going to ruin a blade. If you spend some time working with it and you practice on I hate to use the term throwaway blade, but a knife that you can dedicate to just practicing something cheap, like an Ozark Trail knife, a $2.99 knife from Walmart or something, and you learn how to use that correctly instead of like using your really good blade, then yeah, you get some use out of it. It's just not my preferred tool right there, but there you go. Moving up from there with an MSRP of $14. And once again, all MSRP prices, guys. You might find these products for a little bit cheaper if you look around. Black Widow Smoke Stick. Here's a Black Widow Smoke Stick. All Season Curiosity. I don't know what this does. Burns 2 times longer than other brands, though, so, you know, we've got that going for us. All right, so I actually stopped camera for a second and took the time to read all this, just so that I would have some idea. If you don't know what these things do, they actually don't smell too bad. It's going to mask human scent, which I can understand, pretty important for hunting. I recognize the importance of that in a military sense. And, you know, why do I put everything? A couple of people have commented, why do you put everything in military terms? Because that's what I understand. I've spent a large chunk of my life doing that. So if you want to set up an ambush or something like that, you're going in the field. You don't want to use, you know, any kind of products. You don't want to get out of the shower smelling like Old Spice body wash, you know? That stuff carries. So, for an example, you want to be as neutral as possible. This will cover up human scent so the animals don't smell you. It also has an attractant that will bring in animals. So, cool. It's a lure. It's a lure, and it will help cover up your scent. Camouflage is only a visual thing. And that's some smart older guys in the military taught me a lot of lessons from being out in the field. And that's one of the things. Scent carries on the wind. So that's, I get it. It's a cool idea. And as I was reading this, I had a really cool idea as to how we can test some of these things out real world, because I've also gotten some comments that people like the unboxings and they like the opinions, but what they really like is to see when we test stuff out. So stay tuned towards the end of the video for more info on that. Now, again, I can't like it, don't like it. I really have no idea how this stuff actually works. So we'll talk about some of that later on. But I think that's a cool idea. And, you know, as for the brand or how well it works, no idea. Video Addict, I hope you're... In fact, I'm just going to get in touch with him and have him ask him to check over my video and drop comments and tell me how much of an ass I'm making out of myself here. But let's move on. So for an MSRP of $20, the Scrape Fix Combo Pack. And this is another thing that I'm going to have to pause for a minute and read up on and then talk about. Just did a little bit of research and educated myself. So Scrape Fix and Rut. So, all right, here's PETA again. PETA, you missed all the people. They haven't seen you in a while. So what I learned about deer scrapes is it's a little area that the deer will mark their territory. They'll scrape out a little patch of land and put their scent in there, especially the big bucks will want to mark will say, hey, this is mine, but it becomes sort of like a little active community where the bucks and the does will kind of hang out and chill, and it's a great place to put your trail cam and see what's going on prior to the rut. And the rut is that's when you should play some Al Green for them. That's where you should set the mood, maybe a little table with some deer cuisine, candles, you know, set the stage. And that's when the bucks act like a bunch of drunken frat boys trying to get it on. But so, you know, the Scrape and Fix and the Scrape Fix and the Rut basically scent attractors that you can use to draw the deer in. So you can make an artificial scrape, or you can add this to a pre-existing scrape and you know, use it to draw the deer in. But you know, this is focusing on setting up your trail camera and everything, or I guess you can use it directly for the hunting too. So we'll look more in depth at this. And what I was going to allude to before is in a battle box once we got a great trail camera, Now I say great because I've used it and it worked. I don't know trail cams very well, but if you guys remember, we did we used the IR light on it and everything, and we went outside with Tato and we danced, and me and Aiden checked it out, and it worked pretty well. So this area is crawling with deer. In fact, I was driving around tonight and there was one in the middle of the road that just wanted to walk leisurely on its slow ass way. So we've got a great opportunity in the woods behind the house to actually test out some of these things and see if it attracts any of them. And we set the trail cam up and actually put these things to use, and just see if it actually attracts some of them. So we will definitely test it out. So once again, like it, don't like it, I don't know, but we'll test it. We'll make ourselves a little scrape and put some of this stuff out according to the instructions and set up the trail cam and see if anything comes our way. So stay tuned for that at a later date. So with an MSRP of $45, the Outdoor Edge harpoon knife. Outdoor Edge has made some stuff I have really enjoyed in the past. Some of their stuff is really, really high quality. Some of their stuff I'm kind of like, I don't know. But I have really enjoyed a lot of what they've made. So we've got specs actually right here. All right, not the highest quality steel, but I wasn't expecting any. I mean, I wasn't thinking we were getting like, I don't know, S35 VN here. Not in a package like this. So, trying to be careful opening it because there's some wording and everything on it that I don't want to destroy. I want to be able to refer to that later. Alright, so let's look at our pieces here. So we've got nylon sheath with hard polymer. Cool. This is a nice big polymer piece. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's actually a little bit heavy. I mean, that is a heavy handle that you can use to secure the whole thing to a spear, or I should say spear, stick. In the meantime, though, you can use it as secure storage, tinder, fire starting material, whatever you want. So small little compass in there. It's got a little screw down to help secure it to whatever you want to wedge that down on. The 550 cord wrap here on the handle, you can then use this to secure this into that to make the harpoon. This also has a tool that you can use on like a green sapling or something to make the cut to insert this directly into, which is interesting. So, oh, and it's a nice shallow little hollow grind blade too. So, Outdoor Edge makes some products. Wow, that's actually not a bad. I mean, for big hands, they fit pretty nicely. You can use it as a regular knife, I guess. It's designed for one thing. It's not going to be a field knife size thing, but it does kind of. You can use it as a small knife. I'm sure you can do some small skinning and such. But it's designed for specific use, and I actually kind of like that they thought so much into the features of the accessories. Sorry, let me just get this. I'm not in the mode where I can do two things at once right now. So carried around as a small knife, or you've got this right here where you can, if you wanted to, you could actually have this on there as a full handle for it. This would make a handle. You take the 550 cord wrap off. Ooh, it's in there. That is not coming off. That is not coming out by mistake. Holy cow. Yeah, that holds in there pretty well. Let's go ahead and let's switch it out. Let's see how that looks. First, I want to say that with the 550 cord wrap, it's not bad. It's a little thin, but you know, they did give you a nice amount of 550 cord on there. They wrapped it tight. I mean, getting that off is not the easiest thing in the world. Here she is unwrapped, and in the actual spear handle right there. I'm not tying it down right now, but yeah, so if you wanted to, you could carry the whole thing in here. That polymer sheath really holds it well. You know, because otherwise I'm just thinking you'd have to carry this separately. And your 550 cord then. Just to give you an example of how you can wrap this up and secure it. And that's, you know, pretty well in there. It's not going anywhere. And so then you've got your handle. It's, you know, weighted a little bit weird, but you could still get good grip with the jimping for some close-up work. Have your full harpoon spear capability. Of course, like we said, you could just make a split in a stick and use this alone. So it's an interesting little knife. It's got some possibilities. Different things you could do. They even put some jimping here on the spine, so if you wanted to hold it by the handle there, you can get a grip. It's nicely textured. It's got a little indexing here, but the main part of the handle is round, and that's never the best shape for a knife handle, but it's also made for your spearing. So it's a very interesting kind of knife. It's awkwardly weighted with this, with that handle on it, and I feel like it could use a little refining right out of the box or package, but it's sharp. It'll cut. I would probably want to run it on a strap a little bit, maybe even just a really fine diamond stone to get that real perfect edge on it. But yeah, it's different. I don't know if it would go directly in the like it pile, but it's definitely something I would want to mess around with. I feel like it's different than some of the other spear knife designs just because of the way it fits into the handle and the way it's weighted. Not extraordinary steel by any measures, you know. But I feel like they put a little bit more R&D in this than the ones that just like, you know, I don't like the ones that are like off the center and it's just basically like a formed rolled piece of steel or something. I kind of like this one a little bit better than those. If you have no intention of using it as a spear, I'd rather have a regular knife by my side. But if you do want that durability of using it as a harpoon, as a spear, I think this is an interesting way to go about it. So we've got one more item, and it is the greatest MSRP value of everything in the box. We have the True Spec Trek Sling Bag with an MSRP of $80. You know, I think I could actually really start to like this if I carried it around a little. I'm not sure, but we'll get back. So, now, sling bags, I don't know. I've never been a fan of this style, but I also have never really carried one. But this, you know, think of it as like the messenger bag type style. I can tell you right now, I think $80 for this bag might be a bit excessive. So, top carry handle, actually very nice padding on the strap there, I have to say. Got a quick release on it. Got some nice padding on the back part too. Got some pals webbing along the side and along the back for attaching different things, and external pocket here with some Velcro. Interesting. So you can put a small hydration bladder in there, or whatever else, Velcro stuff in there, I guess. Like that it comes apart for easy access to whatever's in there. Let's see what the card says. Trek Sling Pack. It has a total of 3 concealed pistol pockets. So I'm guessing, after reading that, this is actually for concealed carry over here. Velcro spot here is for a holster. And that's just one of the spots that we have for it. We've got a little bit of weatherproofing on this external pocket there. Here's another concealed carry area with the Velcro in it. I mean, you know, use it for whatever you want, but it has it when it's all put together. It just looks like it's kind of sewn shut. And it's just got a tab you can pull to access. Has a, oh, this doesn't really go anywhere. Small little area up here. All right. So this is the tablet sleeve. It says it has a tablet sleeve. I guess this is the tablet sleeve. It's got padding against there. Not a bad, you know, a small carry bag. I mean, not going to hold a whole lot. It's got a grommet hole in the bottom, so not totally weatherproof. I mean, just be aware. Another concealed carry area with the one side of the Velcro. And then, oh, zippered pouch. I guess I could give it a try and get used to it. I just, again, these single sling packs I've never been a big fan of. However, this one, I didn't know this was designed specifically for concealed carry purposes. I do think that they're getting quite a pretty penny, though, just for the one-sided Velcro areas, you know? However, it's, you know, True Spec makes some good gear. Not a bad pack for light carry, small, you know, little carry. I'm gonna have to kind of use it and do a follow-up video, see, you know, how it is. But that's everything we've got in the box. So a different little unboxing, you know, with not kind of getting into it and doing the like it, don't like it for every item. But there will absolutely be a follow-up video on some of these items, utilizing a trail camera to see if they really do attract what they say they're going to attract. So that'll be interesting. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys that actually do hunt. Specifically, you know, since a lot of this is focused towards deer, what do you think of these items? Are these useful things that you would, you know, kind of add into your hunting kit to help you out? Do you guys camo up your face? Would something like this be useful to you? You know, if I let the boys put this on and run wild in the back, they would love it. You know, but anyway, you know, I'm really curious how much of this really would an avid hunter use. I'm definitely going to mess around with this and see I feel like this is kind of a different sort of, you know, spear knife, harpoon knife than some of the other ones I've seen, and I'd like to mess with it and then give you a better opinion on it. But yeah, there we go. So there's the box. Not my favorite box for Barrel and Blade, but I think some of the items have some potential and it's interesting. We'll have to see where it goes from there. But I really do want to hear all of your opinions on this, especially folks more seasoned in hunting, as this is very hunting focused. What do you think of the prices too, of the MSRP values on some of this stuff? Is that like kind of what you would pay for some of this gear, or is it too high? So I'm hoping to get a lot of interaction with people in the comments on this. Okay. Got some more with armor stuff coming up. We're going to have some more packs and some of that kind of stuff coming up real soon. Got to dig the trail camera out and get it ready to do this test. So that'll be fun. And still getting my stuff together to do the cooking with Doc P, making some beef jerky with my Patreon folks. Oh, lots to do. Lots to do. Always remember, never forget, you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will be back again real soon.